Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some end. So, Tim, for teams off to a really slow start, there's pressure to get it together before it's too late, and there's not enough time to make it up.
Well, it's early, so teams still have time. I think some teams have been affected by injury or just slow starts by individual players. It's not too late, but you can't wait too long either.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Johnson. Magician is out there with Williams. Then it's Magician. And it's Magician in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Magician driving in over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. The shot comes out. Excellent D there from Williams. Pass to Magician. Here's Lowe. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Malone. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Magician. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Magician. Moves back up, and it's good on the layup.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Pass to Magician. Williams with the defensive effort.
Not how they were looking to start the game. They've come up empty on their first 3 tries.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Mohamed Diabaki. Defensive foul. Trevor, number 14. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Wildcats. Diabaki. Shooting 1.
Gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Magician passes to Hammond. Here's Magician, and they get it. The shot will not fall.
That was their 4th straight miss to start this game. Not ideal.
Pass to Williams. Here's Magician. He's got 5. Here's a look at the teams that have been dominant offensively over the course of the past month.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Magician's checked in for Williams. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Malone, the pass to Magician. Back to Malone. Picked off in midair. Here's Magician. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
the lineup for your home team. Number 9, number 15.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
Wildcats foul. Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Magician. 9 points last game out. Pass to Malone. Here's Magician. Pocket 6. Here's Magician. He's guarded by Johnson. And it's Magician missing. Here are the Wildcats. It's been 10 unanswered points. They swipe it. Magician passes to Magician. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Back to Malone. And they're moving it up. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Basketball is a beautiful game, but Commissioner Adam Silver said the most important part from our standpoint is ensuring that there's always competitive tension on the floor. Fans like the physical aspect that comes with this game. We don't want that to be lost. Back to you, Kev.
Keeping that edge. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. That free throw missing. Magicians checked in for the Magician. And the second free throw, good. Gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Right now, as a coach, you're looking out on the floor and you're wondering, do I have the right 5 on the court together?
On the court is your squad. Fans, the loudest section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
Magicians checked in for the Magician. And a chance here to go to our rookie leaderboard and give a nod to the best long-range bombers of the past month. You look at the Magician, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
You know, coming into the NBA, you knew he could stroke it from long range. And over the past month, he's shown us exactly that.
.105 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Magician. Here's Magician trying to end the drought. That shot misses. Good D by Johnson. Here's Moreno. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line for the Wildcats, Moreno, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Malone's checked in for the Magician. So he gets them both. Got a paltry 0 of 6 from the field here in what's been a very difficult start for them. Magician passes to Holland. Here's Magician. Here's the three. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Three shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. No good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. The Wildcats have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Magician. 8 points his last outing. 11 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 5 on the clock. Shot from 16. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Wildcats. They lead by 11. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Wildcats so far, what do you guys think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
You give any team this many second chance opportunities, it's going to put you in control.
Magician is out there with Malone. Then it's Magician. Then there's Holland. And it's Magician in at the 2-guard spot. Holland, the pass to Magician. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, this summer saw the first ever 7-team trade in the NBA. You might wonder why it makes sense to involve so many parties, but basically teams have more flexibility salary-wise in these multi-team deals. It is enough to make your head spin, guys. This is where things are headed.
Big moves indeed. All right, Shams, we appreciate the update. So on the floor for the Wildcats. Magician is out there with the Magician. Then it's Magician. Then it's Magician. And it's low in at the point guard. Here's Magician. Hasn't made one yet. Down low. And that one's good. The Wildcat lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Malone.
Hardwood is your friend. He used it to his advantage there.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Johnson. He's checked in for the Magician. Wildcats making a switch here. Let's pause for a moment to show you the teams that have been the best on the glass over the course of the month.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
Here's Magician into the lane. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Well, they are making something very difficult look simple right now.
Now, here's Malone. 9-point game his last outing. Pass the Magician. Off target from outside. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And taken away by Johnson. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Commissioner Adam Silver talked about U.S. youth development in hoops. He said when young players are a part of a singular organization, there's much more of an incentive to bring players along as opposed to a win-now mentality, and that's something that we can learn from Europe. Back to you.
Taking that long view approach. Okay, thank you, Allie. And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. For the Wildcats, Magicians checked in for the Magician, and it's Johnson in for the Magician. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. 4 on the clock. Here's Hammond. A three-pointer, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Now here's Williams. Scoreless thus far. And the basket by Johnson.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Pass the Magician. Now here's Sanders. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Magician. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Tipped away. Magician's checked in for Malone. And then for the Wildcats, Magician comes in for Magician. And Magician subbed in for the Magician. Gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
He better be careful now. That's 2 on him, and the last thing you want to see is for him to pick up his 3rd before the half ends.
Magicians checked in for the Magician.
Malachi Moreno.
.132 left to play in the first half. Magician passes to Sanders. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Wildcats. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Here's Magician. There's the steal. And they're on the break. Here's Magician. Hits the three-point bomb. Magician's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Magician passes to Johnson. Here's Magician. 46 seconds left in the first half. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. This is his third free throw attempt of the game. So for the Wildcats, Magician comes in for Magician, and Magician subbed in for the Magician. Here's Magician. No scoring in this one. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Low, the pass to Williams. Johnson outside. There's the three. And it's Magician with the rebound. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Magician. Pass to Sanders. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. One second left. Not going to go that time. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Wildcats lead by 15. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the Phantom half-court shot. Let's hear it for the participant.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
You take a look at the Wildcats. There are some high expectations coming into the season, and they can create a lot of pressure on a team. But they said, we can handle it, and they're proving it.
Yeah, they've got the character and the talent to be a top team in the league.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Wildcats.
The difference in field goal percentage is crazy. They're getting exactly what they want out there.
Yeah, even if adjustments are made, how does that defense really slow them down? That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that three-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. Sanders is out there with the Magician. Then it's Magician. Then it's Magician. And it's Malone in at the 5 down low. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. And it's Magician missing. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things.
Malone, the pass to Magician. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team foul.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. And Willie Green wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Timeout, home team.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago.
Defense was their identity, and that's how they're going to beat you. And they did it better than anyone in the league.
2 shots. Last of the first.
And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You love to see it.
Johnson against Sanders. And the shot is good from Johnson.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Malone. Malone with the screen. Magician. Good, and it's Malone picking up the assist. Magician's got 5 now.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Magician, still without a basket. Pass to Magician. To the right side. And here's Sanders. Here's Magician. And it's off from 3-point range. High post Johnson. Working on Sanders. Johnson gets the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Magician. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Magician. Rebound by Williams. And it's Williams with the ball for the Wildcats. Magician passes to Johnson. Here's Lowe. Kicks it out to Johnson. The 3. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part.
Magician passes to Malone. That's tipped. Pass to Magician. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. 6 on the shot clock. To end the run. And it's Magician missing. The Wildcats have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Johnson with the bounce pass. And it's low, missing. Gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Pass to Malone. Here's Magician. Here's Magician. Malone, a screen on Williams. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson, the pass to Magician. The shot by Williams, no good.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Here's Magician. Screen by Sanders. Here's Magician. And the 3 off target. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Wildcats up 19. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for the Wildcats. Magician is out there with the Magician. Then it's Johnson. Then it's Magician. And it's Williams at small forward.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to Malone. Here's Magician, puts it up. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Now, here's Johnson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal foul.
Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
Good on both. You know, Tim, you hear some players now feeling they're being unfairly criticized. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do believe it can get personal at times, but listen, if you are in this league, I think it helps to have thick skin because you are going to be criticized from time to time.
But players do pay attention, don't they? They know what's being said and written.
They pay a lot more attention than they let on, Kevin, believe me. And if they're not listening, somebody in their inner circle is, I promise you that. Whenever he gets that close to the hoop, he finishes with authority.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Magician, that 3 off the mark.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Magician. Johnson outside. A 3-pointer is right on target. Johnson's got 14 points now in the second half.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Pass to Malone. Here's Magician. Here's Magician. Here's Holland. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Holland's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul, second.
And just as players, Greg, have used technology to train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or
Take a break.
VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking. We'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes.
That's good from Johnson. Magicians checked in for Williams. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Pass the Magician. Here's Magician. He's guarded by Johnson. There's a good screen. Sanders passes to Magician. Off target with his 3. The Wildcats have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
2 minutes.
Here's Magician. It's intercepted. Going inside.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
So when you look at different approaches to player recovery, from load management, say, Tim, to rub some dirt on it and get back in there, where do you stand on all of that?
Well, I do think teams have done a better job of trying to make sure players are protected from themselves and make sure they're getting enough rest. But I also think there are times guys should be allowed to play through certain types of minor injuries.
Magicians checked in for Johnson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Magician. Here's Magician. Here's Magician. Three-pointer. That one doesn't go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Wildcats.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Johnson.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Pass the Magician. 41 seconds left in the fourth. Magician passes to Hammond. Malone outside. Here's Magician. Shoots the 3. Sanders' shot is off. Here's Magician. Sanders covering. Here's Magician. So we see the Wildcats get the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game.